Hi everyone, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily, a brand new week. Who's ready to really attack it and give it a best shot? Definitely in a good mood, good frame of mind to do that. Feeling really positive. One or two reasons for that I'll come on to shortly. But before we get going, just like to say, hope you had a fantastic weekend. Myself personally, apart from running one or two errands here and there, it wasn't as hectic as it normally is, but I've quite enjoyed that as well. Took the pace out, not done all the things I normally do, so quite happy and content with the way things are, just enjoying a bit of downtime. And that's always good, isn't it? Over the last few weeks and months, wherever I can get it, it's been really important just to take a little bit of time. Like I said though, still in a great frame of mind, still lots of really positive things happening. Feel like I'm getting back to where I need to be with my training. Still probably need to be doing a little bit more, but towards the end of last week when it was really hot, got some good sessions in. And one of the real reasons I'm in a great frame of mind today and hoping to put some positivity and enthusiasm across about the things I do and why I do this is because DOdaily's put me in a great frame of mind. Two things really. Yesterday I put out an episode of Sunday Social. Since I started, sort of periodically, I've been able to interview people who are local inspirations, I guess, people in the public eye, a little bit more so than others. And just real nice, genuine people who are trying to support mental health and trying to encourage activity in the same way I am. I put an episode of that out speaking to Kevin Campbell, an ex-Forest player. Of course, that was a thrill of mine, being able to meet, chat, get to know as well. Consider Kev a bit of a mate now. Really enjoyed sort of putting that together and putting it out yesterday. It got such a fantastic response. Relative to DOdaily, the views are particularly high. Of course, this is not the most watched channel out there, but all I'm doing is trying to be honest and relatable and just share my feelings about this, that and the other. Try and be honest and relatable, as I said before, about the way I'm feeling. And if you did see that episode, or if you're going to look at it, it's all about the way me and Kev have felt like things have fallen into place, I guess, and experiencing the ups and downs. I try and talk my way through my ups and downs, and there's plenty of them, don't get me wrong. I'm really positive at the moment, feeling really happy and content. These things I'm talking about now have made me feel good at the start of a brand new week. That's always a great place to be, isn't it? When you're trying to sort of cajole yourself and inspire others to make the most of what they're doing. And the second part to feeling good about all that was on the back of I guess it was on the back of the video, but it was coming anyway. I got 600 subscribers. And that's no mean feat, is it? It's not earth-shattering, it's not record-breaking, but for a YouTube channel, which sometimes people are a bit nervous around, not quite sure what to make of it and whether to listen to the advice and what I'm saying, or even whether they think I'm good enough. That's the truth. I know I'm learning and I know I'm trying to build something and build my knowledge and experience. But for those reasons, it's difficult. It's really tough to do. And hitting 600, it kind of dawned on me even more. Of course, more than 500 because it's 100 more, but even more than that sort of bigger milestone. This one kind of made me think, well, that's quite a lot of people following the channel, and some really nice comments too. Around the social media. I put a lot of social media around the vlogs and around DOdaily itself, and some really nice comments where people have said that they've used the channel, they feel good about themselves when they watch it, and it makes them feel good in the evening before they go to bed and then when they get up. And that's all I'm trying to do, because that's what we have to do, isn't it? That's exactly what we have to do. And I'm going to use that kind of for Monday motivation today. At the end of the episode on Friday, Wake Up to Walk, where I was, of course, following that latest challenge I'm doing, walking 60 miles around the city of Nottingham through the countryside. I used that for several reasons on Friday, but I kind of touched upon at the end, and I thought it was important to speak more about it today. I got the idea when I watched it back. I touched on the fact that we are where we feel we are, aren't we? Do you know, and I was talking about being happy and content, and how some people can look in and go, is he trying to prove it? Is he trying to just say that? But the reality is, if we actually believe we're happy, we're happy. If we believe we're sad, we're sad. You know, so if you sort of train your mind to look forward to things, be positive about things, be sort of proud of yourself, like I mentioned about those things before. You know, I could be beating myself up about not doing this run at the weekend or not getting this job done, but the reality is I'm quite relaxed about it all, and I know this kind of makes it's almost like I'm teaching you guys to suck eggs to some degree, but we are actually where we feel we are, aren't we? It doesn't matter what anyone else says about us, and that's the point I'm getting to. Almost, if somebody irritates us, if somebody irks us, it's a little bit, it's as much reflection if we're feeling bad on us as it is on them if we're not feeling bad about what they says. For example, if somebody calls you fat, it can mean several different things, can't it? Do you know, one day you might be deeply offended by it, and the other day you might laugh it off. But so it's definitely about where we're at as a person. It's tapping into an insecurity. If we feel fat, or we're ashamed of our weight, or whatever it is, you know, that's just an example. That's something I'm conscious of. But if someone says it and then you take real offence to it, it's a case that we are worried about it deep down. You know, whilst it's a reflection on the other person being nasty and being sort of not being a very nice person, it's almost a reflection on ourselves, isn't it? That we then need to do something about it. So if we're feeling it, if we're feeling fat, if we're not feeling fat, you know, we'll feel absolutely fine about it. We'll move on, we'll laugh it off, we'll brush it off, and then the other person's insecurities come out. And what I'm why I'm trying to use that is, like I say, because it's what we believe deep down. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. You know, and this was the point I was getting to. So whilst I'm out walking, thinking, wow, this is amazing. Do you know what I mean? You get accused sometimes of being wishy-washy and just saying it for the sake of it because this is what you say you're going to do. No, personally, I say things as I see them, as I'm feeling them, and it genuinely is the way I feel when it comes out. And I've just learned over the last couple of years to be really, when I'm really positive and I look for the positive from a solution. You know, today, not much going off in all reality. The sun's out, it's the start of a new week. You know, could be moaning, it was too hot. That's a great example, isn't it? It's too hot. Well, if you believe it's too hot, isn't it? If you believe it's nice and warm, do you see what I'm saying? It's about the language we use with ourselves. It's about the way we sort of program our mind, and not sort of manipulate our mind, the way we program it, the way we want to think about things, whether it's ourselves, whether it's about the weather, whether it's about absolutely anything. It's about the way we feel. And so when I'm saying these things, I'm happy, I'm content, I really, really mean it, you know, and it's a fantastic feeling. It's not something I'd have even had the balls to say a couple of years ago, but now when I'm genuinely feeling it, when I'm happy, you know, when I'm positive, when I'm enthusiastic, when I've got people making nice comments, people responding to it, people wanting to support me with it, that's absolutely brilliant. So where I'm kind of getting to ultimately today with this Monday motivation is, why not just think you're going to have a good week? Why not just think, I'm going to have a good week? I'm going to sort of put the negatives aside. There's things I could have sort of got fed up with at the weekend. It was raining on Saturday. I didn't do very much. I sat on the sofa for a bit too long. But then I started the episode by saying I gave myself a bit of a rest. You know, there's two ways of looking at that, isn't there? And when we're not in a great place, we tend to sort of focus on the negative. But I find myself, you know, by doing the things I do, by getting out in the fresh air, by giving myself a bit of headspace, keep evaluating, keep checking in daily, keep doing my due dailies, keep getting the nice things happen through that. I'm giving myself the opportunity to be happy. And it's not just an opportunity now. I believe it. And I just thought it was worth sort of reiterating that point, because if you tend to think, oh, I'm happy now, but I'm going to be sad, what's going to happen? What is going to happen? Or if today's been okay, but the rest of the week's going to be rubbish, or I'm not going to be able to do that, or I'm not going to be able to do that. Well, it's about doing what you can, isn't it? Make things happen. I have to do that every day we do daily. It's not as straightforward as sitting down in front of a camera chatting, it doesn't come naturally. It's about getting out your comfort zone a little bit and making things happen. And when you make things happen, you start to believe that you can do even more. And that's something I've done. I touched on those subscribers there. And again, whilst it's not the be all and end all, it doesn't grab all my attention all the time, it's nice, isn't it, to have that next target? Because it's about enjoying the process as well. It's about enjoying what's happening. Anybody who's seen the episode, and again, I'll put links on it to this video, will hear me and Kev about enjoying the process. That is so important, because you get to that end point and sometimes it can be a massive anticlimax. Spoke about this a few weeks ago after my amazing weekend at Wembley and the Forest promotion and all that sort of euphoria. But it's about enjoying the process and making the most of the journey, the tough bits, like a tough run, like the rain, sort of finding a way to make it positive and take it forward that little bit further. And then when you get to the good points, when you get to the easier bits, when you get the achievements, when you get the medal around your neck, or you get the suntan, or you get people making nice comments, or you get 600 subscribers, feels absolutely amazing. And I guess in all of that, what I'm trying to say, guys, well, I think I've explained it, but what ultimately I wanted to extend on was that what I said on Friday about we are exactly where we feel we are, not what somebody else thinks about us, not what we let other people sort of dictate to us. If you sort of deep down, you can brush things off. I spoke to Kev about sort of criticism and taking it and being upset by it, and we both sort of went straight back in with it. It's about just going again. And once you sort of put what other people are doing to the back of your mind, once you forget that it's not what they think, it's not what they want, it's about what you want, it's about improving your insecurities, because as soon as you master them, you go up a level, you go up 1%. We talk about this thing about being 1% better every day. If you can master one of your insecurities, if you can do something about it, I've got lots of them, I'm still working on them, I've still got to get better at working on them, but I know that, I'm telling myself. So whatever anyone else tells me, it doesn't affect me, it just makes me more determined to do it quicker, and that's great inspiration sometimes, isn't it? Because if I'm happy to accept, I'm not happy with some of the things I'm talking about being insecure about. Weight is one of them, I'll be honest. That's why I use that example. If I'm not happy with it myself, I can do something about it. I can make it different. I can work at it. I can get achievement from it. I can lose the insecurities. I can not worry what other people have got to say. And that's what I'm trying to say today. I hope I've kind of got this across. It's a tough one for me to explain, because it's one of those things that's kind of come naturally. It's not something I've picked up from watching other people or listening to what other people say. It's something that sort of developed within myself over time. And just sort of accepting the good bits, is the start of it, and then for me, sort of being proud of the achievements I touched on today about the subscribers and speaking to Kev and the number of views. But bigger achievements than that at other times, running achievements, running club achievements, all sorts of things. Being proud of those first of all means you can then start looking at the imperfections, start touching those up, and that's where we get better. If we're a bit arrogant and bolshy and just go, oh yeah, I'm the big I am and I'm marching through it and I don't care what anyone says, then you tend to sort of be masking over something. I'm quite happy to say it as it is, to say it when I don't feel it. I've done it today, I've been honest, somebody who does all the activity I do at times shouldn't be as unfit as I am right now. But again, I can work at that, I can make it better, and I can have a day where I'm feeling absolutely amazing because of it. Not just a day, a period of time, however long it is. You know, because something will always come and knock me. In the past, it's been operations, it's been injuries, but it's about pushing through that, you know, and realising that you can just do it all over again. And why would you just enjoy something once, you know? Anything, you know, if you feel you've achieved and you've got there and you've made it, what a boring life that would be. It'd be absolutely rubbish, wouldn't it? There'd be nothing to sort of live for. So that's what I'm saying this week, guys. Just really sort of think how you can sort of program yourself. You can tell yourself that it's going to be a good one. It's going to be amazing. You know, you're going to do all the things that you know work for yourself. You know, get out there if you can, get in a bit of activity. I've been out for a walk today. Again, it's still very warm. Looking to get my Tuesday training in early through the coaching session I lead here in Nottingham. And again, attacking the day like I do on a Friday with a walk. I'll be attacking it with a run, and hopefully the momentum will start picking up for some of those insecurities I've spoken about. And when they do, you know, when I get to Wednesday and get a workout in, when I start talking about it and reflecting on it as we get towards the end of the week, Thursday thoughts, wake up to walk, I know I'll be a lot better for it, because that's just how it seems to be. It doesn't matter what happens at the minute. It feels like nothing is throwing me off track. Something will, you know, it always does. And then we just have to start all over again and just start enjoying it again. Like I say, be happy, be content, be positive, you know. And if you have got one or two things that you feel you need to improve, don't wait for somebody to tell you. Just take it to, just think about it. Just think about it, give it some thought, think, why do I want this to be this way? And work on it. That's all we can do. Instant gratification's nice, but it's not the best kind of nice. You know, when you've worked hard for something, when you've made it happen yourself, when you're proud of yourself, they're the real feelings, they're the real nice. So hopefully you've understood all that. You know, I've kind of gone a long way about saying it, but I think it's important. I think it was really important having left that comment on at the end of Friday, like I said. If you've enjoyed the episode, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really, really appreciate that. I know there's people out there taking something from it. Do you know, I take something from it just by talking out loud, by trying to process all this. I perhaps should try and process it before I come on, but then it wouldn't be from here. It wouldn't be from the heart. It would just be sort of boring and sort of monotonous. And I'm hoping it's not that. You know, so a lot of the time the messages are the same. I'm trying to find different examples and things to use them. So until tomorrow, guys, if you've enjoyed it, like I say, please give it a thumbs up. Please keep subscribing. You know, 603 now. I'm already starting to think about 700. That's the life of a YouTuber, I guess. But I'll keep doing what I do. Hopefully you'll keep being happy. You'll keep trying your best. And we'll have a fantastic week. Until tomorrow. Oh, sorry about the hiccup. Just doing it.